I am Jesus. I come once again to speak to you. I see that it lays heavy upon the mind of this instrument the brutality and injustice that has been perpetrated by those who are in power and who profess to follow my teachings, those in the past who have done great harm and damage to many children and adults in the world seeking to be comforted in love and truth. But instead, they have perpetrated error and hatred and judgment. This indeed is a great tragedy that the perversions of thought and actions of humanity in all manner of ways and means in your world continues to be expressed, that much darkness is perpetrated in the name of truth and in the name of religious propriety. This is indeed a very sad condition. As you know, we continue to try to reach this world with truth. I make great effort to bring to the world my true teachings, for I am recognized by so many in your world and yet, misunderstood as well. So many who carry the cross and who profess to be my followers are lost in error, often darkness, have great judgment upon their brothers and sisters, and still insist that they carry the truth, and those who do not will be punished by the fires of hell. Oh, this brings me such pain and sadness to know that my brothers and sisters, who say that they are truly my brothers and sisters, do not recognize the power of love, the power of God's love for them and for all of humanity. No matter the cultures, creeds, doctrines, and ideas, they are loved by God equally. They are loved by me equally, for one cannot follow the truth of my teachings without this deep expression of purity in love, purity of thought, purity of action which reflects love. I know there are many in your world who aspire to be lights, to be pure in their thinking and in their doing in the world. Many are not attached to any particular religion. Many are indeed good and bright souls who have within their minds and their morals the necessity to do good in the world. These children will find themselves in bright places when they progress to the world of spirit, for the law does not delineate between those who in their minds are strong in beliefs and in alignment with truth, compared to those who have religious or spiritual beliefs, that are also in alignment with truth. It is the soul that determines the location of that individual in the world of spirit. The soul records and is the repository for all dark and light actions that one may express in the world during a lifetime. God does not judge those children who do not believe in Him or have a firm connection with Him, for God understands, as do we in the celestial kingdom, that they will come to God in time. It is of a great benefit to the individual that they have not marred the path towards light by actions and deeds that are of darkness. Of course, all of humanity expresses darkness within their life to some degree or another. None are pure. None are free from actions that are not in harmony with God's laws of love. Indeed, some are less so inclined than others and benefit from their choices which are perpetrated day in and day out upon your world. Sin is the disharmony created by thought and action that is not in harmony with God's creation and laws. Each of you have perpetrated sin in your lives and to some degree, express this disharmony still in your lives. Though indeed you are progressing and many are making great efforts to walk in the world in a measure of light and a measure of purity. Each day is a challenge. Each day brings those things which may be difficult to overcome, those choices which are easier to express in the grayness and darkness of apathy rather than to take a step forward into light and harmony. Much darkness is perpetrated because there is great ignorance of the laws. There is great apathy regarding one's own soul and the progression of one's soul. This is so in the vast majority of cases, that most souls upon your world are ignorant and also apathetic. They have no inclination to stretch beyond their present ideas and mode of thinking to something higher and more pure in its nature and expression. Therefore we come to earth in order to awaken those who are asleep, that they may rise up from their apathy and come to a place of understanding and purity. Beloved souls, there are many, many barriers in the way of the progression of humanity in light and love. There is much that is perpetrated in the name of truth and righteousness that is not so, and is very damaging to many souls. It is this apathy that is within the souls of so many that allows the perpetration of darkness. Even though some may have the knowledge and understanding of this perpetration, they see no way or means to intervene, to voice their disapproval, to change their thoughts and actions that they may be more in harmony with love. This is the human condition of which we have spoken of many times. There is so much that needs to be changed. Indeed, change is coming, as we have also spoken of. God will bring His children to wakefulness in the unfolding of earth changes. The uncovering of unspeakable deprivations and sins that have been perpetrated upon the innocent will bring many to recognize this depraved condition. Much is coming to light and will continue to unfold and come to light in the world, for it is important for humanity to realize that each individual must take responsibility for their actions and are also their brother's keepers. All are required to make effort to protect those who are innocent, especially the children of your world. There is so much inequity in your world. There are those who can change the world if they were to use their wealth to help reshape the world into greater harmony, to bring equity and equality to their brothers and sisters, that they too may live a life that is in harmony, that is not so deprived in the material sense. We see the world so differently from you, for our elevation of perception allows us to see the dark corners of your world, the great deprivation that exists, the ignorance and the strife, wars, inequality, and all that which is perpetrated upon your earth that fouls and brings great disharmony to it. Humanity is at a tipping point where the power of their actions, deeds and thoughts are overwhelming this beautiful world that God has created. The time has come for a reckoning of humanity, that all of humanity may open their eyes and see for themselves what has been perpetrated, what is not in harmony within their own personal lives. The scales will be peeled from all of your eyes, beloveds. God will ensure that you see clearly, whether that comes in great despair and recognition of a life not lived well, or whether one sees the goodness, kindness, and love that has been expressed. Most individuals upon the earth plane carry both within them. They have expressed some good and they have done those things that are not of light. When the individual sees clearly the difference between the two and understands clearly the benefits of bringing light and expressing light in their lives, so they are given the choice and opportunity to change their thinking and their doing. To be true channels of love and light in the world, one must first begin with the recognition of that which is not of love and light. This we call sin. Indeed, every individual carries a measure of sin within them, for no individual upon your earth plane is fully in alignment and in accord with God's laws of love and light. So humanity must awaken, choose, and gather within them the strength to change those patterns that are not in harmony with God. No one can do this for the individual, for it is their personal responsibility and determined by their own choices and actions in the world. Certainly, many can help their brothers and sisters, uplift them, teach them, and guide them in the way of light. Those who are not ignorant of this carry a great responsibility to share these truths, to help others understand the journey that is required towards light. This is why we continue to strengthen you, beloved souls, and we continue to work with many others in your world to strengthen them, so to have upon this world a great army of light, a great coalition of those who bring truth and love and comfort to many. These things are happening at this time, and you are indeed a part of a great movement, a wave of light that is coming to your world. As the darkness is pushed back, as the scales are peeled from the eyes of so many, so will come your opportunity to step forward and bring the truth of God's love to many. This simple truth need not be changed or added to or predicated upon the minds of those who wish to bring to them power and recognition. Rather, it must be presented in its simple form, humbly so, without any pretense to carry the truth as some exalted being and one who is above their brothers and sisters. This too is a sin, for I did not walk upon the earth and proclaim myself as one who is all-powerful. Rather, I stated that I was the Messiah that was predicted, who would bring the truth to the world. I did so with humility. I did so with love. I did not carry a crown or a mantle that said I am the authority and you must bow down to me and listen to me. Rather, I went to my brothers and sisters, many of whom were in great need, and told them that I loved them and asked if I could pray with them and teach them how they may receive a blessing from God. So you must also be those individuals who carry humility, who walk in grace, who are true to the simple truth of God's love and its redeeming qualities upon the soul. That measure of humility will bring others to you, for with this humility comes a sort of charisma that beckons those souls who are in need and who desire relief from their pain and suffering to come forth and to seek you out. Indeed, in the times to come, there will be many, many souls who will be in despair and confusion, who will need comfort and clarity. God will guide you into their midst, beloved souls. God will use you as His instruments. This does not mean that God loves you any more than all your other brothers and sisters. Rather, God has given you the gift of service, the gift of truth, the gift of the way beyond your personal struggles to that of freedom and joy and love. So, you are not more loved than others, but you are indeed blessed mightily because you have chosen to be blessed. Within your soul, you have recognized the truth and come to God in all earnestness to be blessed by His great soul to your needful soul. The great perpetration of sin and error upon your earth is coming to an end. The time of reckoning is coming close. It will not be done in a moment or day, a week or a year, but it will come as all things come in God's creation, in a wave that builds and becomes more intense as time goes on. Many of you have felt this, beloved brothers and sisters, sensing this wave of light building, and you are built up and blessed by this changing condition, this blessing upon your world. You will continue to open to God more fully and be in harmony with God as you come to understand your Creator and come to know His love for you. You will be leaders, beloveds, and like all true leaders, you will carry humility. You will be consistent in what you teach and what you demonstrate in the world. This is a powerful way to show others the truth. It is more important that you demonstrate the truth than speak it, for the simple truth is only a few words spoken, but the expression of truth are many actions and deeds done in love. You must see your way towards expressing truth with each moment and breath of your lives, so that truth may be expressed more fully, more powerfully as each day passes. May you slough off all conditions that are of sin and error and come to be in true alignment with God, that your souls may sing the harmonies of love and your lives may express the beauty of love. May you reach out to your brothers and sisters in their great need and uplift them and show them the way to their own upliftment in prayer and beseeching God to bless them. As you pray with them, so they will come to know the power of this blessing, for you will help to manifest this blessing in more tangible terms as God's instruments upon the world. You will see yourselves as true channels of His love. This will bring great joy to you, beloved souls, and great blessings to others. You are greatly needed, beloveds, greatly needed. As we have spoken of, the world is in great need. The disharmonies of this world continue to build and your brothers and sisters continue to sleep. As the great torrent of change comes upon them, it would behoove them to awaken before such things come, for then they can prepare themselves for what is coming. You must help them to understand this, to see this for what it is. It is the cleansing of your world of darkness and the shifting of your world towards light. In this, God is bringing upon your world a great opportunity to all His children to come into alignment with truth, to reshape their lives so that it more reflects the harmony of God's creation, to come to look within their souls so that they may see that their souls are in need. So much is coming, so quickly and powerfully that it will disorient many and bring deep confusion and fear. You must come to them with strength and love, putting aside your own concerns and fears, stepping forward as God guides you and uses you as His channels of love and light. In this way, you will influence many souls in this world, and you will have the opportunity to speak to many. We will speak through many of you in this regard and manifest with you as you bring the glad tidings of God's love to many and the understanding of the true purpose of life, so that your brothers and sisters may realize that though they have lost much in the way of material possessions, they have gained much in the way of soulful joy and happiness. In some way all will release their attachment to the material so that a new balance may be obtained, a new way of life that is more in harmony with God's laws. The veneers and the deceptions which so many carry and perpetrate through their deep dedication to materialism and mindful thoughts and conditions not of the soul and not deep within their natures will come to see the clear truth of their true condition. God will provide opportunities and answers to the world in tumult. God will bring great comfort. You, beloved souls, as His channels, will be very active and be required in many ways to express your gifts and capacities to serve your brothers and sisters as God's channels. The awakening of humanity builds, beloveds. It will come to a crescendo at the right time. You will all be called. That clarion call will be true and heard by all of you. You must come to prepare yourselves in prayer, to continue to awaken within your souls, to continue to forge your alliance with God so that all will come into alignment and truth and light. This is not difficult for any of you, beloved souls, for you have put your steps upon the divine path. In so doing, you have opened a great treasure trove of truth, a great power of alignment and the resources of God and His angels. Utilize these resources, beloved souls. Come to see yourselves as true children of God. Put aside your self-doubts. Put aside your guilt and your shame and all those things that you harbor within your minds that say you are not worthy, for truly you are worthy, beloved souls, truly you are worthy. Find freedom in God. Find comfort in His love. Find truth in that inflowing of His great gift of love into your souls. In this way, you forge the path forward and will be able to lead your brothers and sisters who have freshly awakened to the truth and light and peace that must come. May God bless you on that journey, beloved souls. Though sin is perpetrated throughout the world, know that every time you choose light and take action in light, you are neutralizing this darkness and that you are helping God to wipe away all that is of sin and error. You are my true brothers and sisters, for you carry the truth that I taught, and you are a part of this great effort to bring this simple truth to humanity. My love is with each one of you. My hope and prayers are that you may overcome the darkness completely and be resplendent in light. This can be your destiny and it can be your life upon this earth if you so choose, but it requires your efforts and dedications, beloved souls, and the efforts and dedications of many more. We all travel together upon this road, anticipating what God has to bring and what He will give to His children. We are all together within this great journey of awakening, of service, of love, of truth. May you come to know your true selves in all its glory and beauty. May you come to know God as your Heavenly Father who loves you so and has such a bountiful treasure to give to each of you. May you come to know your brothers and sisters in the celestial kingdom, for we too wish to be by your side and to assist you upon that journey of awakening. May God's love continue to flow into your souls. For those who are awakening, may they come to know the comfort and strength that comes from God, for this is available to every soul. It is fervent prayer and desire that brings you to God. Allow this to be uttered through your lips, expressed through your minds, and emanate from your souls. In this way you will truly know God and truly come to know of those things which I speak of, leading you to at-one-ment with God. May God bless you all, beloved souls. I am your brother and friend, Jesus, and I am happy to come once again to speak to you of the human condition and the way beyond it towards light, truth, and love. God bless you, beloveds. God bless you deeply. I love you.